It's time now to check in with our traveling correspondent, comedian Tom Papa, in a segment we call Out in America. Tom, you there?
Yes, I am, Chris. This week I made my way here to the great city of New Orleans. It doesn't matter where you fly in from. The moment you board a plane headed to the Big Easy, everything is just a little different. The other passengers have a sly look in their eye. The flight attendants don't ask what you want to drink, they just ask how much. Even the pilot sounds a little boozy. Have you ever arrived in New Orleans after 3 Bloody Marys, jet-lagged, without a plan? I have. But sometimes that's the best way to go. The taxi driver told me that he likes to bring people to the casino when they first get to town. It's a good way to see if you have luck on your side. So I checked into the hotel, took 2 trips up the wrong elevators, and finally got to my room. Have you ever thought you hit the jackpot on the Wheel of Fortune slots, and when the money didn't come out, you realized you were just watching the Wheel of Fortune on TV? I have. I went down to the coffee shop to clear my head, sat at the counter, and ordered jambalaya. That's where I met Larry. He's about 65, grew up in Seidel, and is semi-retired. After Katrina, he quit a long career in automotive sales and started washing dishes part-time. It was a real wake-up call that our time here is precious. He said, "I'm not sure what God's plan is, but I'm pretty sure it's not spending all my days in meetings with men in iron khakis talking about muffler sales. If you're lucky enough to find something you love to do, God bless you. If you're not, you should treat your job the same as going to the bathroom. There ain't no avoiding it, so make it quick. And when you leave, don't give it a second thought." Larry chuckled and handed me his worn-out silver flask. Have you ever gotten nervous that you took a sip of something that put your destiny in the hands of a stranger from Seidel? I have. Larry said he's been with a lot of women, but he never got married. The nights were fun, but it's the mornings he couldn't take. These days, he'd rather be with his cats. He's not sure how many he has, especially since he put in that new cat door. A lot of times, he wakes up with a strange cat in his bed, but it's a lot less complicated than a strange woman. He said the nice thing about cats is they never ruin breakfast by asking, "What does all this mean?" Have you ever taken a bite of bad casino jambalaya and suddenly realized that your taxi driver gave you some horrible advice? I have. I got my bags and Larry gave me a ride into town in his Ford Fiesta, but he insisted that we make a stop at the Audubon Aquarium of the Americas. When Larry gets tired of people, he likes to see what the fish have to say. We met his friend Kelly. She's a graduate of LSU and works as a tour guide and researcher at the aquarium. She loves her job and loves the animals even more than Larry does. Kelly's a conservationist and is working hard to help the planet. There have been so many disasters since Katrina that what was so insane at the time is now commonplace. In 2017, the U.S. spent over $300 billion on weather-related disasters. I don't know what it's going to take to get our leaders to act, she said. If money won't do it, maybe we should let some hungry polar bears loose on the floor of the Senate. Have you ever tried to concentrate on the wisdom of an inspirational graduate student, but the whole time just kept picturing yourself jumping in the penguin tank and swimming around? I have. Larry knew to get me out of there and arranged for Kelly to take us to the front of the line at the Butterfly House. On the way, he took out his flask again, and I recoiled like he was holding a gun. Larry started to laugh again, one of those contagious laughs that gets you going and you just can't stop. Kelly led us inside, and I felt like a kid trying not to laugh in church. Immediately, thousands of butterflies flew all around us. It was beautiful. Larry put his arms out wide, and they landed on him like they knew him. Have you ever laughed so hard in a butterfly house that you accidentally swallowed a couple of butterflies? I have. Larry was horrified. These are for looking, not for eating. Have you ever been carried out of a butterfly house as if you were being arrested on the 6 o'clock news? I have. Larry and I parted ways, and as the sun went down, I found myself sitting in a cafe off Bourbon Street, letting the city take the wheel for a while. That's what makes this town so special. You can actually feel the spirit of the place beginning to emerge, the spirit of the lives that came before us, mixing with the spirit in all of us. That is New Orleans, and that's why we come. Have you ever had a beautiful moment in life be ruined when you accidentally burped up a butterfly? I have. Thank you, and I'm sorry, New Orleans. This has been Tom Papa out in America.
Thank you so much, Tom.